Hi, it's 𝐬𝐮𝐞 with the Leverage MDB, and today we're going to talk about why you should invest in tax deeds. A lot of times people get tax deeds confused with tax liens, and if you're looking to do tax liens, which is only a certificate to a property, which allows you to get an interest on that certificate, you're in the wrong place. Today we're going to talk about tax deeds and why you should invest in tax deeds. In my opinion, after being an investor for 20 years, this by far is the easiest and the best if you do it right and you understand all the minor details. This is a very high yield reward with low risk and a low entry. I'm kind of giving away all the reasons why you should invest in tax deeds. I actually kind of took some notes on why I did it and why I think you should do it if you want to get into this tax deed niche. The number one thing I believe is the reason why you should do it is that it has a high ROI. A lot of times people do go to auctions, and I always say don't fear, don't fret. The reason why I'm pushing tax deeds right now in this moment is because the holidays are coming up. A lot of times some people rather spend cash on gifts. I say take the cash or extra cash you may have, don't spend it on gifts, spend it on a property that's going to give you a high return and you can have a happy new year. Okay, so one of the number one things I think the reason why you should buy tax deeds is it has a high ROI. The second thing is the ownership rights. If you buy a straight tax deed, that means you get the deed the moment, not like literally after the auction, but after they've settled all of what's owed out, you get the deed in your name. Easy as that. It doesn't require any credit. It doesn't require getting pre-qualified by a bank. It's you get the property. You just have to have the cash. Now you may be asking, okay, stop right now. I can't even watch this video because I don't even hardly have any cash. Trust me, you have cash somewhere. I always tell people do what they want to do when they want to do it. If you could tell somebody, hey, look, I have an investment. I think it'd be a real good investment. This is what I plan on buying it at. This is how much it's worth. We can split the profits. I guarantee you somebody would not mind giving you the money to buy a property. What I wanted to say, which I should have said in the last video about the cheapest properties, is I always tell people, if you want to go for the low-end properties, just know you're not going to make, a six-figure deal. Like I always say, I did buy a property for $750 and sold it for $15,000. That was a luck of the draw, but I really believe that you can still buy a property like that. I don't know if you could sell it for $15,000. I just so happened to get it in a really good location. It was a lot. It was dirt. And so I love selling dirt because I don't have to worry about appraisals. I don't have to worry about, fixing. And it's a whole different market you're marketing to. So I definitely like the fact of the ownership. You get to do whatever you want to do with the property. You're not having to wait around. The third thing is your speed of return. In most counties, depending on the county that you're investing in, you could get that deed within 30 to 60 days. Now, a lot of times I tell people, and that's why some people don't invest in tax deeds, is because they don't know all the minor details. And one of the minor details is knowing if there's any other prior encumbrances on the property. For example, like a garbage lien or like a Medicare lien or an IRS lien. Those are some of the things you have to look out for, but I'm going to keep this video short and talk about why you should buy tax deeds. 1, high ROI. 2, ownership rights. 3 is the speed of return. You could get a really good return if you buy right and you know what you're buying. And then 4 is my favorite. It's low capital requirement. I love that about tax deeds. Everybody always asks me, Mika, okay, what is the baseline of how to get into tax deeds? Like, what do I, potentially need? And I said, there's a budget for everyone. The question is how much money you want to make. But But I say this, if you want to invest in tax deeds, if you could take 500 and turn it into 2,000, would you do that all day? Just think about that. Then you should buy tax deeds. Okay, so I have a little bit more detailed PDF on why you should buy tax deeds in my course. There's a list of reasons why, but you don't need all those reasons, right? Because I just gave you a few of them. So if you want to invest in tax deeds, I highly suggest you start at the end of the year, because guess what? It's not that much competition. And in my course, I do talk about buying properties directly from the county. So if you're interested in that, click the link below, and I'd love to tell you more about that. Happy investing, you guys.